Pack Mentality by Carrie, Jewett. Scene, a decent-sized two-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor. Time, the present day. Setting, the living room of the apartment. It is somewhat cluttered, but not too messy. The furniture does not match, having been cobbled from 2 different lifestyles that recently have been joined together. At rise, lights up on Kurt, playing video games on the couch, with an energy drink on the coffee table and a bag of nacho cheese Doritos next to him. The front door opens and Susie bursts in, flustered and hurried. Kurt jumps to his feet and hastily puts down the controller.
Hey, how'd it go? Were they upset?
My father is coming over right now. He wants to meet you before he gives his approval.
Oh, crap. Okay. I haven't even...
Kurt quickly picks up the energy drink and chips and stashes them behind the TV. He and Susie frantically tidy up.
I didn't even take a shower today, Susie. I haven't shaved and I'm covered in Dorito dust. He's gonna think I'm totally gross.
Susie grabs him and kisses him enthusiastically, a kiss of encouragement.
Babe, you are fine. You are wonderful. I promise. You will make a good impression. The important thing is to not show fear.
What? I should be afraid of him. I knocked up his daughter.
Oh, God. Oh, Kurt, I didn't tell you. I was going to tell you.
What?
Well, it's my parents. They're, so I've told you about how my childhood was non-traditional and you know how I have a bunch of weird quirks because of the way I grew up.
Yeah, so like you never had chocolate until college and you didn't know what a bus was and sometimes you would forget to wear pants.
And my relationship with my father is complicated. I know he loves me, but also I had a pretty rough childhood and I was miserable a lot and he didn't understand what I needed and he really didn't understand when I grew up and wanted to live my own life away from them. And now that I'm having a baby, things are going to get even more tense and difficult.
Oh, Suze, I'm sorry, but don't worry. I can handle difficult parents. When he gets here, I'll go into bomb diffusing mode, a human buffer. Everything rolls off my back. When you need a break, just tag me in and I'll cover for you.
That's so sweet, but that's not really... Kurt, the reason it's so complicated is... my parents are wolves.
What?
I was raised by wolves.
At that moment, a pack of 7 gigantic gray wolves burst through the door, howling as they bound into the room. They run in circles around Kurt and Susie, cornering them back to back. The largest wolf, Father, leaps onto the sofa to stare down Kurt. The others sniff towards Kurt and softly growl at him. Then, on some unseen signal, they retreat and leave the room, leaving Father alone with the couple. Kurt is completely frozen and he stares at Father. Susie is irritated with her family for putting on this show, but tries to stay calm.
Father, this is Kurt. Kurt, this is Father.
Kurt, you smell of Doritos.
Do you want me to get you some? Would you like... Can I get you some refreshments?
You have taken my daughter as a mate.
Yes, sir. She's a really amazing person, your daughter.
She is bearing your cub.
When they're human, we call them babies, remember?
But you do not cast your eyes down in my presence.
Should I?
Do you challenge me?
No, sir. No challenge.
Then you are a lesser male?
Father, that is so offensive.
I'm regular male.
He is a lesser male.
Please stop saying that.
Father climbs down from the sofa to circle Kurt more closely and inspect him.
All right, so now you've officially met Kurt. Awesome. A fun fact about Kurt is that he smokes his own jerky. Father, you love jerky, right? What a fruitful topic of conversation we have stumbled onto.
I wish to discuss politics.
God give me strength.
Kurt, what are your politics?
Well,
Kurt, I am so sorry. There is no right answer. He hates all human drama. I'll make a diversion. I should get us some refreshments. I have some raw hamburger in the fridge. I'll go get it.
Susie exits to the kitchen, shooting an anxious glance at Kurt. Father stares at Kurt.
Explain, Kurt.
well, I guess I could explain better if I knew more about your politics first?
This is simple. The best wolf leads the pack, and others follow.
But how do you decide who the best wolf is?
I am the best wolf.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, with that pelt, obviously. And you're so big.
My mate also admires my pelt.
Oh boy, who's ready for snacks?
The sound of Susie rattling a spoon on a dog dish in the kitchen. Father instantly bolts into the kitchen. You can hear him sloppily devouring the meat and occasionally growling to himself as Susie returns to the living room, drying her hands.
That'll buy us a minute. Weirdly, I kind of wanted a bite of that raw beef. Ugh, these hormones are messing me up, man. Anyway, sorry about him. He gets crazy over the stupidest things.
It's fine, hon. Don't apologize. He's not mad. Everything's going great.
Really? Did he tell you about his best wolf theory? Ugh, he used to lecture me on it so much, and he just steamrolls conversations.
It's fine. It's all fine, hon. I think all the wolf stuff is cool. Honestly, you don't have to worry about it. I can handle myself.
Well, I wasn't worried. Wait, you think it's cool?
Father trots back into the room, still licking his chops. He looks sated, but still curious and poking about the furnishings, inspecting.
This den is not suitable for a cub.
Well, since we're both humans, we're preparing for a baby.
True, and I don't think wolf cubs are allowed under our lease. But he's right in spirit. We do have a lot of baby-proofing to do.
It's of a hell of a lot more baby-proof than the cave I used to toddle through, I'll tell you that.
I see no teething bones or carcasses. No fur has been laid down.
We don't
That's
need
true.
bones and fur. We're going to turn the office into a nursery, and it's going to have blankets and a crib. Babies aren't supposed to have animal fur in their bedding. And actually, Father, that's probably the reason I had so many allergies growing up.
But we could put like a little plush wolf in there, and we could put up some photos of wolves, some family photos.
Also, there's no room to wrestle with the cub, and how will you teach it to hunt? No rabbits are burrowed nearby.
Oh my god, you remember how terrible I was at wrestling, right? How I always ended up scabby? And then I got in trouble for biting at school. My baby is not going to
But
wrestle.
we've talked about it, and I really want to move someplace with a yard. We're still figuring out the finances, and it might not be until after the baby is born. But I would love more outdoor space.
Your pack is very small. Will you kill enough to feed Susie while she tends to the cub?
Are you even listening to a word I say? Can anybody hear me?
It's okay, Suze. He just wants to know I'm committed. And yes, I am committed. We didn't exactly plan this, but I'll support her and the baby. Whatever kind of support they need, financially, whatever.
It is your duty to provide for your pack.
I promise I'll do what it takes. I'll pick up a second job if it comes to that. I won't abandon my cub.
Susie is stricken by his word choice. Kurt is focused on Father, who has locked eyes with him. Father approaches Kurt and sniffs him again. He snorts, then tentatively licks Kurt's hand and gives his tail a quick, small wag.
Susie, you have chosen an adequate mate. He's not a very good wolf, but he will raise your cub, and your den smells happy. I will visit again soon.
Father goes to the door, which Susie opens for him, giving him a pet and a kiss on the head.
Bye, Father. I love you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Susie shuts the door behind them. A beat. And then Susie sits heavily on the couch, while Kurt fist pumps the air, grinning ear to ear.
I did it. I got the seal of approval.
This isn't going to work.
Did you hear him? I'm an adequate mate.
Susie buries her face in her hands. Kurt finally registers what she's saying, and he sits down,
What?
concerned.
What? What's wrong? You think I'm crazy for wanting a yard? I told you. I think we can get a house if we make peace with renting forever. And really, your dad seems great. And I'm down with all the wolf stuff. We can totally make this work. Maybe for Thanksgiving this year, we could rent a little cave in the state park and...
I am not a wolf.
But...
I am a human. I am a human who was raised by wolves. For the record, I hated it. And I am not going to carry my newborn infant into a cave in November just to appease him. I cannot believe you. This is exactly what I was afraid of.
What are you talking about? I just won over your father. I thought that's what you wanted.
I wanted you to make nice, not throw me under the bus. You just laid down and let him stomp all over me, and it's all aboard the wolf train to Wolf Town and giving the baby carcasses.
That's not what I wanted to do.
And you kept interrupting me, talking over my head, and all you did was try to get me to simmer down while my father bulldozed all over my feelings.
I was just trying to keep the peace. I was negotiating. I was getting somewhere.
He was getting somewhere. He got you on his wavelength.
What's wrong with being on the same wavelength?
Everything!
Everything?
You were supposed to stand up for me.
Susie, I backed down for you. I let your father sniff me and call me a lesser male and criticize our apartment because I love you. And if that's what it takes to smooth things over, I don't care. I will get up on the board the Wolf train to Wolftown and I'll buy the t-shirt because they're your family. And I want to be a part of your family.
Susie hears this. She sits down on the couch and pulls at Kurt's arm to sit down next to her.
We're a family. You, me, and her.
I know.
And I don't need you to fight my battles. And I don't want you to make my concessions either. If he doesn't like the way we raise her, fine. Let him be upset. I'm used to it.
Okay, but the baby isn't going to be psychologically warped by a wolf-shaped stuffy.
Kurt.
I'm just saying, not everything has to be a battle or a concession.
I'm not ready to concede that.
Kurt gives her a look.
Fine. You might have a point, I guess, because you're the very reasonable person, unlike me, the hormonal jerkface.
Aw, you're not hormonal.
Shut up.
Susie jokingly smacks him. Kurt laughs and reaches to her waist to pull her in for a kiss. She starts to kiss him tenderly, but then pulls back.
Wow. You really do smell like Doritos.
Really? Oh, man.
And actually, I am very hungry.
Susie gets up and grabs the bag of Doritos from behind the TV where Kurt stashed them. She begins eating chips by the fistful.
We were having a lovely moment.
Food comes first!
Wow, you really were raised by...
Don't you dare.
Lights down, end of play.